Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and we're going to cover the quarterback tournament Pro Division back 9 wind. So both my accounts I hit a minus 30 on, but I got there in different ways. Meaning some, like on this account, I hit some shots I didn't hit on my other account, and vice versa. We're going to go ahead and hop into the replays here in just a second. Do me a favor, if you're not a subscriber, please become one. I hope I earn your trust here that I provide good quality walkthroughs. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, and also help me outrun this hater. Hit that thumbs up button and like the video. I would greatly appreciate that. Okay, let's go ahead and hop right in. So we're going to start off as normal on hole number 1. We're going to be using our quarterback at 20% elevation. We're going to use just a couple bars of top spin here, as you're going to see. No side spin. Pull this bad boy 20% at max. Boom. Perfect ball. No overpower needed. We're just laying up. Okay, this one's going to land at 334. And I'm not using a slider in Pro Division. I'm trying to make this easy for everybody to follow without having to go over slider numbers and create a chart and yada yada yada. So I'm going to show you that I played this one 15% at mid. So, let's take a look at that for just a second. All right, so 4.8 mile per hour, power 3 ball, 10-15%, 5 rings. So you're also going to see here that I am offsetting this shot to the left-hand side of the pin. Notice I got the ball guideline aiming at the left edge of the cup. That is because I missed this shot on my other account just to the right of the pin. In fact, I think it rolled the cup. So there's your 5 rings. There's the 15% at mid. Perfect ball. Catch the slope, and boom, dead center for the eagle. That's hole number 1. That's how to play it. Okay. A lot of people ask me, how do I dial in shots? And then sometimes they see me set up so fast and I get hole-in-ones or extra eagles, and they want to know how I get to that point. Well, this is going to be a really good idea to show you how I get to that point. So here I'm going into the hole blind, meaning I don't study any other shots before I go in. I really don't have the time to watch anybody else play. The only time I will play someone else's shot is if I get a lot of messages like on Facebook saying, hey, so-and-so has a really good shot and it's dropping every single time for me, check it out. So then I'll check it out. Yeah, a good example of that is this hole on the front 9 with Neo's big dog shot. I played that, it was awesome, it was perfect, it was beautiful. But on the back 9, nobody sent me anything. So I'm going in blind, I'm taking a look at the wind, and you're gonna see how I start to set up shots. So I'm gonna start off with right side spin, just because of the crosswind from right to left. I'm trying to counter that. Now you're going to see me move my target around quite a bit. So I'm not sure where to set up. I'm trying to find a sticky spot to get that ball guideline into the hole. And, I just really can't find one. So here, the shot clock starts to get down to about halfway. So I decided to leave it right there. Now, the reason that I leave it right there is because I know that there's a part on this green that slopes from right to left. So if you catch it, it pushes your ball back towards the hole, kind of like a funnel, okay? But here, this is 30% at max. Perfect ball. And you're going to see here, we hit the pin and we're in for the hole-in-one. So that's on my first account. That was obviously my first attempt. As you can see, I'm wiggling around trying to find a good spot. Now this is my second account, what I would normally show somebody, but I'm showing you both because this time I'm ready. 30% at max. I know exactly where to go. I know exactly the spin. It just worked out, and sometimes that happens. So here I'm just duplicating my spin. I'm going to duplicate my landing position, even though the wind is significantly less on this shot. I think we're in the upper 5s on the first shot, and this one's only 4.5. But I'm doing the exact same setup, plus 2 yard mark. I'm doing the same spin, like 1.2 right. I'm pulling 30% at max. And all I think I have to do from here is hit perfect, and I know I'm going to be close to a hole-in-one, if not a hole-in-one. But I pick it up on both accounts. So that is a little bit of insight into how I approach the game and how I start to work on shots. All right, hole number 3 is 10% at max. And this is another example. So I have my Kingmaker ready to go because I thought I was going to have to play the left-hand side in case we got some type of headwind. But we don't. We get perfect tailwind. So, of course, I'm switching to a Berserker, right? I'm going to try to get as much distance as possible because I would love to take an albatross shot with my Thorn. So here you can see power 5 ball, 10% at max. I did not use full top spin. That's important to note. I pushed back up to max. And I want you to notice the overpower here. overpower is not full overpower. It's about half a ball of overpower with a little bit of left curl. And look how lucky I get. This thing catches that green roll, that fairway roll, and man, there is not even a blade of grass between me and the rough. So keep that in mind. Take a little bit of the top spin off, okay? Take a little bit of the top spin off. And even if you do, you'll see here that I've got plenty of room with my thorn. So I'm not even at minimum distance. I'm at mid distance with my thorn, and we've got a very good wind scenario to try to drop this albatross, which I do. A little bit more than 2 bars of backspin. I'm just making sure my ball guide line is developed into the hole. That's always important with the thorn. I'm going to play this one at, as you can see here, I'm playing it at no elevation. No elevation. But I want you to notice here, I said 10%, okay? 10% elevation I have here. But you saw my app, no elevation. You're going to see why. I do my ring pull. I hit the ball, perfect, but look where it goes. It goes in the cup, but look at that, barely on the right-hand side. So if I add 10% to that shot, it makes me pull about 0.2 more rings to the left, and then I would have been more dead center, all right? So that's why you see 10% on the graphic, and instead of playing 0 like I did, because I don't want you to barely miss to the right-hand side. That's another insight to what I do. Okay, hole number 4 is really getting me frustrated. Just to be honest, this is normally a hole that we can pick up a hole-in-one on quite often when we get it in the tournament. And maybe it's just because the old way, you know, we were able to dial in a shot. So, you know, by round 2 and round 3, we were ready to go on this one. But this one's close. This is played 10% at max, as you're going to see here. So I'm going to pull this 6.4 rings. And I really thought that I had it. I mean, come on. It's just going to sit there. Look at that. And can you believe that? Now, that's almost as close as you can get without that ball going into the hole. So, you know, the thing that I want you to do here is I don't want you to... let me get rid of that. I don't want you to do anything different. All I want you to do is add 0.2 to your adjustment. So if your app tells you to pull 6.4, I want you to pull 6.6. So add 0.2 to your max 10% adjustment. All right, hole 5, there's nothing special here, everybody. We're just taking a Titan, and we're just letting the ball rip. I'm doing 0% elevation at max distance, pushing back up to max, letting this ball fly. Easy. Now, shot number 2, I wanted to take with my Grizzly. So I'm going to show you a shot with the sniper, and I'm going to show you a shot with the Grizzly. I didn't get enough yardage on my drive to take this account with my Grizzly, so I have to go with the sniper at minimum distance, 10%. So I'm going to pull this one 4.6 rings, and again, you know, your ring pull is going to be different than mine because you're probably going to get different wind. But you know, always check the own distance of your club. Always check what your rings need to be pulled. We catch the top of the hill here and we roll back down, but ultimately we miss this one by about 1 green square to the right. So on my other account, I did get more yards on the drive. I am able to take the shot with the Grizzly, 10% at max. I'm just trying to visualize my ball guideline going into the hole here. You know, it's kind of hard to tell though. Here it looks way off to the left, but here it looks pretty close, right? So it's just a little tricky to read, but ultimately I do miss this to the left, okay? That was 10% at max. It was 7.1 rings. But this is a hard hole to drop, to be honest. Hole number 6 I'm most disappointed in on the back 9 because I did not pick it up on either one of my accounts. I am pretty confident here that we need to go 6 bars of topspin. A little bit more if you have it. And you're going to notice here, I pull this at 0%, and then I push back up to max. But unfortunately, everybody, I hit a great left on both of my accounts, okay? So I don't have a shot to show you to get down to the green, and my opponents didn't make it either. So I didn't have even one of their replays to show you. But when you hit a great left, you're going to clip the rough, and you're going to roll out just like that. And, you know, that's not any good, because then we have to take this shot here, 30% elevation at max distance of our club, and we need to play it from behind the bunker if you want to try to drop it. So this is a little bit more of a gambling shot here. It's not for the faint of heart, but you're going to notice here, and then I also have to go into pushing my rings to even more complicate it. Perfect ball, but we just barely missed this one to the right-hand side. Once I got stuck up there, in no way, shape, or form did I think I was going to get the eagle, but it's pretty close. Okay, that's going to bring us on to hole number 7. Hole number 7 is looking pretty good. So I want you to notice where I'm setting up here, and I am playing this one 20% at max. This has got my white ring dipping into the sand. You see that? White ring dipping into the sand. Look at the ball guideline. It's aiming there, kind of like the right-hand side. So then I'm going to move my target around and trying to aim it directly at the hole, but it still looks like it's going a little bit to the right-hand side. That's important to note because look how the green rolls. This is really stinking close, everybody. So we missed this one by about half of a green square to the left. I hit a great shot on my other account, and what I tried to do was add a little bit of right curl. So I added right curl until the right-hand side of my ball touched the inner right-hand side of the target. So very, very little curl. But I hit a great left, so I couldn't engage what happens. That's what I would suggest you do. 20% at max with a little bit of right curl with that same setup. Hole 8 is easy. 5.5 top, 3 bars of side spin to the left. 10% at max, half a ball of curl to the left. Okay, that leaves us for shot number 2. Shot number 2, I'm playing 0% at minimum. I want you to notice this. I'm using backspin with half a bar of right side spin until my ball guideline looks just like this. Dead center, but a short, concise ball guideline. Like I said, 0% here at minimum. Now, the reason that I added the half bar of right side spin is because on my other account, I just rolled the cup on the left-hand side. Now, you can see here that even with the half bar right side spin, it still came into the left-hand side. So be very aware of that. But that's hole number 8 drop for an eagle. Brings us on to hole number 9. Hole number 9 is an easy drive. It's 10% elevation. We push back up to max. About half a ball of overpower, and we just let this ball rip down the fairway. Now, the most important thing to note is you may clip the rough and roll out, meaning you're going to get less distance on the drive. Here, I got full distance on the drive, so I went from fairway to fairway and picked up a lot of distance. That's going to leave me with shot number 2 for a minimum distance shot rough bump. If you clip the rough and roll out, you're going to have to play from the second fairway and then bounce it onto the other fairway and roll towards the pin. That's no problem. It's an easy shot. I want you to play it 1 for 1 with the wind. So if you have 7-mile-per-hour wind, pull it 7 rings. If you're in this area, you're going to notice I'm playing this one minus 15% at minimum. Now, you may or may not be at minimum. You need to check your own distance of where you're at on your sniper because this drive or this hole is going to be very drive dependent on where you're at. But minus 15% at minimum, 3.1 rings, which is the ring pull right here. Boom. Now you're going to see here that we rolled the cup on this one. So, I'm very happy to show you these replays. But boy, just like we do in every tournament, we leave some shots right at the pin. So hole number 4 just sat right on the cup. Hole number 6, unfortunately, I didn't get down to the fairway to pick up that easy eagle. Well, not an easy eagle, but it's a pretty good opportunity eagle. I think a lot of you will get it. And then hole number 7, very close to that hole in 1. And then here, hole number 9, very close to the Alba. I hope you found the video helpful. I hope you become a subscriber, and I hope you hit that thumbs up button. Thank you.